Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Fat Man Ryan podcast. My name is Marcus Stevens, represented as the Fat Man. Ha! Woke up. Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, you gotta. Oh my gosh, pelvic test. No, sit down. Sit down. I'm Robyn.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that. You
No.
said go big, right?
Did
Go big.
I?
I feel like you did.
I probably did.
Somebody said go big.
Sounds like something
All
I'd
right. Before we start this episode, a few announcements.
say.
One. So if you're watching or listening to this episode on a Wednesday, it's on our normal release date, which is Wednesday. That's our normal days that we release episodes.
Correct.
The episode coming up next week will be released on Father's Day. We're doing a special episode talking about our father. This will be our first Father's Day without him, so we're going to do a whole episode dedicated. That was funny.
No, our father, but we're married.
Let me actually tell you a funny story really quickly. I was going to say it for next week.
Okay.
But first, hold on. Let me. If that's going to be released on Father's Day with this Sunday, which is the 20th, if you're listening to it in the time it actually released, that will replace the Wednesday's episode. So you will be out us for like 10 days. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
But there's like 50 episodes you can listen to. So there's a lot. And we're coming up on year 2 of the podcast.
Holy moly.
So for an episode coming up, as we start year 2, we're going to retrospect over all the episodes we talked about.
Okay.
So I will do the research on everything we talk about.
Thank you.
Because I actually regularly listen to us at work. If it's the last few minutes of my shift, I listen to us. Because I'm a nerd like that. But we'll have a retrospective episode. So again, this was going to release on its regular date, which is the Wednesday 16th. The next episode will then release on the 20th. And then after that, the retrospective episode for the whole podcast for the first year, the 30th. Okay?
I hope you guys got it.
So funny story, yesterday.
Because I don't.
That's okay. I'll have to remind you again. So funny story, yesterday at church, during our second service, I was hanging out with the young folks.
Oh God.
In the corner, and they was like, "Oh yeah, we thought you and Robyn were brother and sister." And
Wait, who said that?
I think Maya said that.
Oh, this is great.
And they was like, "We realized you." She said, "I realized you weren't because you guys didn't look like alike." So I was like, "Yeah."
So you can't take after Mama Carmen, I can't take after Dad.
Yeah. So I thought that was funny.
Christina takes after my mother. I take after my father.
I'm saying, but because you know how Pastor Oates introduced us was
right. My son,
this is my daughter. Because he didn't believe, and that's what we're talking about again next week as well. But no in-laws or anything like that.
We don't do in-law.
So
no separation.
Because of that, it confused people, and I'm sure that's not the first.
Oh God, no! People. Has Dad never told you
what?
The stories, just people like.
Let's say it for next week. Okay. Let's say it for the policy episode because there's a lot we gotta discuss.
But wait, was that the end of the story with the kids?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we talked. We did young stuff.
So wait a minute,
this was not what I want to talk about, but we could talk about it.
I'm sorry, just like So it wasn't just Maya who said that. Was it like everyone else? Did they agree with her? Or?
I think Shania did as well. Shout out to the young people of Live Right. What up?
They're great.
I was gonna try to say something topical. Did you hear that that new what's the guy's name? 21 Savage.
Wow. Okay.
And how do I know that? You want to ask me how I know who 21 Savage is?
How do you know who 21 Savage?
He did a song for Mortal Kombat 11, which everybody hated. Because they were like, "Why is this mumble rapping my video game?"
Was he mumble rapping?
Because that's a thing now, right?
I know, but was he mumble rapping in
It was So it was Scorpion Sub-Zero fighting. It's the first trailer they released for Mortal Kombat 11. A big deal.
Was that part of the E3?
No, the Game Awards. Good job though. E3 is this week, which is fantastic. Anyway, so they were fighting, and there's a 21 Savage song playing in the background, and people hated it, and so bad they just got rid of it from the game entirely. 21 Savage also did a song for Spiral as well, which is the ending theme. So the closing credits, yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so I believe Maya brought it up, and then they all was like, "Oh yeah, we thought so too," and then it was like, because it was me, Jeremiah, Asa, Shania, and Maya talking.
And Ty, was he there?
Ty, that's a Ty.
I don't know.
Ty was there as well, and they agreed. I was like, "No, we're not related." And that came with conversations of how long we've been married. When I started losing my hair. These all topical conversations.
Wait a minute. What did you say?
I said, well, I started losing my hair when I was like 19, 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it that?
when I started wearing a hat at McDonald's all the time,
Yeah.
that's when I started noticing it.
Okay.
And then remember, I don't know if you remember on my 21st birthday, that was that day that that after church, Dad cut
Shaved,
and shaved it.
bald.
Yeah,
I
so,
remember that. It
yeah.
was so white. It was so like your face was this, but your head was just white.
Yeah, so
You look like a baby.
so that was that. So we talk about that and stuff like that. Blah blah. I had a picture online because I don't have Facebook anymore, but it was me in 8th grade or 9th grade, and I had my fro.
I remember that picture.
And I don't know where it is. Like, it's not any of my Google pictures or anywhere. I can't find it. But I told him I would at least look for it. So show him next Sunday. So I got 6 more days. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna just go through everything I have. And I'm gonna find it somewhere. But yeah, that was my Sunday. Hanging with the
That
youth.
is true. That once you start wearing hats a lot.
Yeah, I never wore hats like growing up because first of all, I like hats now, but like growing up, I didn't really care for hats. But hats now are pretty cool.
Is this gonna be too loud?
I don't really care.
Okay.
It probably is, but hopefully the magic makers I paid money for to make the episode sound good will cut it out. If not, I'll find out Wednesday.
So sorry for the noise.
You're okay. You guys, I mean, did you hear me mouth breathe and sniffle all the time?
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it, guys. See, year 2 will be better. Promise.
Wait, hold on. You can't just go past that.
What?
If you gonna work on mouth breathing and sniffling for the people, you gotta work on that for at home too.
Oh, y'all get the worst.
No,
I'm like a WWE superstar. You know?
No, make that joint congruent, sir.
Congruent.
Yes, I said congruent. I'm doing like perpendicular. But anyway.
Perpendicular.
Make that joint parallel.
Forget about that. I want to talk to you because I just got in from work. I worked a hard day at work today. I worked my morning shift. I haven't worked morning in a few months now. It's been like March, April-y.
Really?
Something like that. I know, right? It feels like a long time.
It feels like you just worked a morning shift a couple weeks ago.
Maybe like mid shift, but like morning.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while, but so I come home from work. I haven't eaten at work because I just usually don't eat at work unless it's dinner. She's remembering the conversation we gave 15 minutes ago. What we're going to talk about today because I had no plans.
It was like 20 minutes ago.
Whatever. She insulted me.
I did not insult you.
Madam, can I tell a story?
Go ahead.
I was insulted because I don't have an adult palate.
Correct.
And I don't really know what that means.
First off, I thought you knew. What do you mean?
Now, I know in a sense that adults eat sophisticated food, lobster.
Wait a minute,
shellfish. What's the fancy stuff? Caviar.
Okay, first off, I have not even tried caviar.
I'm just saying.
Wait, I may have, but I don't think so.
I'm just saying, who is it to decide who has an adult palate or a baby palate?
Can I now?
You can now.
Okay. First off, you know, because you always say, I'm a child. So why would I assume that you have an adult palate? And all I mean by adult palate, or basically what I mean is you have a child's palate. Okay? That's all I mean. When it comes to adulting and making adult decisions, you choose the child route. I want my chicken fingers and French fries. I want my spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic bread. I don't want no salad. I had salad. It was on my burger. That piece of lettuce, that was my salad.
What about the tomato and onion? That's on the salad too. Or the egg.
Stop it. You have a child's palate. When it comes to having an adult palate, and all I mean by an adult palate is just adulting, like eating things that you have to eat because you are considered middle-aged now. You know that, right?
Oh God, just
from 30 to what was it? 30 to 50, 30 to 60, you are middle-aged.
From talking to people that are 15 years old and up to you calling me middle-aged. Is this how midlife crises start? Because I feel like this is how midlife crises start.
I feel like you got a good 10 to 15 years before you can even consider having a midlife crisis.
We just have middle ages.
You're in your middle ages, but you're at the beginning of middle ages. So compared to like someone like who's our parents' age, you're still a baby to them. But you're like you have 1 foot in the door to middle age.
Then you just retracted what you said a minute ago. You just said I'm in the middle age.
You are in the middle. What I mean by that, listen, your body is in the middle age stage of life. So it's all downhill from here, buddy. Okay. So being an adult,
buddy.
listen, being an adult means you got to make some hard decisions. And I was just telling my sister this about an hour ago, like maybe 30 minutes before you walked in. I said, if you're going to go on a diet, if you're going to change the way you eat, you have to stop eating for satisfaction or for your pleasure. Stop eating the things that you want to eat. Start eating the things that you need to eat. You do not eat the things you need to eat, sir. You eat the things you want to eat.
And I always will.
Okay. You do not have an adult palate. Or I guess I should say you do not have an adult way of thinking, especially when it comes to your food.
I don't. What classifies being an adult?
Like I said, you know how I say your diet is the diet that children think that they're going to have when they get older and they don't have to listen to mommy and daddy who tells them to eat their vegetables.
I eat vegetables all the time.
If you say corn or potatoes, I will punch you.
Broccoli, asparagus, green beans.
And when was the last time you had broccoli, asparagus, and or green beans?
I had broccoli on Saturday.
With what?
It was in stir fry.
What stir fry? From what?
From Honey Grow.
That's actually very good. Honey Grow has very good food.
Oh.
Okay. All right. But you're supposed to eat vegetables every single day. What vegetable did you eat since Saturday?
Lettuce.
What lettuce? If you say on a burger, who punched you?
We had the halal food. Oh, snap! That's 2 days in a row. You're boy on a hot streak.
Okay. And what you plan on eating today?
I don't know.
Okay. First off, you're supposed to have multiple servings of vegetable a day. First off, you're not supposed to have vegetables once a week or once a day, Marcus.
Is it what?
You're supposed to drink water, not Mountain Dew.
First of all, that was very loud.
This is mine now.
No, it's not.
No, you don't need it.
I had water today already. I might have some more later.
You might.
I'm going to have more. I want you to know every day that I work now. Again, I tell you, I had the jug of water. It's not your like industrial size. You know,
it's not industrial. That's how much water you should be drinking.
I understand that, but I had my blue thing and I drink every day now.
Just one?
Yeah, that's all I'm thirsty for. I don't be thirsty
you
all the time.
Drink just what is that? Maybe how many ounces is that?
16 I don't know.
I think it's probably about 20 ounces. That's about a 20 ounce water bottle.
What's the recommended intake?
My let me sure. My micronutrient professor.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, my micronutrient professor, who's been a dietitian for decades. She's a bit older, but she's great. Mine's still sharp as a whip. Who has been published in multiple places, multiple journals, has books, who has a great what's the word? Rap sheet. Not like she's a criminal, but she has a great rap sheet when it comes to being nutrition. She has a master's, a doctorates. She has great accomplishments. Thank you. Master's in public health, doctorate in freaking epidemiology. She says you should be drinking 100 ounces or more a day of water.
That's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water, but it's really not a lot of water when you break it down, because not only can you drink your water, you can eat your water. That's why you should be eating fruits and vegetables every day, sir.
Do you eat fruits and vegetables every day?
I had cherries today. Hold on, you said vegetables. What did I have today? I had I ate the rest of my salad that your mom bought for me the other day.
Feel good about yourself?
I feel great about myself.
Do you like being a gatekeeper for nutrition?
Literally.
You get off on this.
I don't get off. I'm not like, hold on. I'm not going to talk this way to people. I'm talking this way to you, but only because you're so stubborn. God, talking about a gatekeeper. I have to knock down your gate.
You're a gatekeeper.
Like freaking Magneto in the beginning.
Like, wait a second. To answer here, did you drink 100 ounces of water today?
Listen, first off, the rest of the world says you should be drinking a gallon, which is 123, something like that.
That's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water. But like I said, if you're eating fruits and vegetables are water.
Why do you track how much? That's too much.
What do you mean?
That's too much work.
Have you? No, you haven't. I was just about to ask you
the question.
Have you ever ate so much fruits or vegetables that your body is like sluggish because of the liquid? So for example, I remember I ate so much.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I ate so much watermelon in one sitting that my body was like sluggish from all the water in the watermelon.
I drink a lot of liquid where that's happened.
Okay, it's the same feeling. It's legit the same
you,
feeling.
Got you.
There was something else that I ate, probably like grapefruit, but like tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelon stuff like no, not watermelon is like 70% water, but tomatoes, cucumbers, celery, all that stuff is like 90 and above percent of just straight water. So the rest of it is the nutrients, and there's a little bit of protein, there's a little bit of carbs, but the rest of it is it's like it's water. It's water. It's mainly water. So yes, you can eat your water to help you reach that that 100 or that 123, whatever you want to do. Now my jug down there is, I just looked at it. It is 2.2 liters, which is 73 ounces.
So it's still not enough.
It's half a gallon. Right. Now I'm good for not drinking enough water. And especially since I moved on campus, I haven't been drinking that much water. So I went out and I bought me two big things of water, and I have my jug now because that's a great way to track it.
Right.
So I at least try to do one of those jugs, which is 73 ounces in a day. And a lot of times I go over because I'm always refilling it in the middle of the day, and I'm not thinking. I'm thinking like, oh, it's low. I need to refill it.
Don't finish it.
Right. So I'm really trying to drink it all before I refill it. And even still, even though I have my big water bottle, I still drink bottles, like just regular bottles of water. And I'm trying to keep my my fruits and vegetables as snacks and stuff. And you're just like, I'm still not doing it.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, more power to you. I mean, I feel like everybody has their own walk in life. I mean, that's your
Listen,
walk.
I understand if you want to drink your whatever and you want to eat your whatever. All I'm saying is incorporate.
They incorporate it.
No, Marcus. I mean, like, drink straight water.
I do.
Not soda, which is water and a whole bunch of other stuff.
I do drink water. I drink a lot more water this year than I've done in my whole adulthood.
That's really?
Yes, 100%, 100%, 150%.
So in this year alone, 2021, you're drinking more water than all like the individual years.
I'll put 2021 as the year I drink more than most.
And we're only halfway through.
Yeah. Easily. Because if you look, don't rub my back. I mean,
because you've had a hard life.
No, my life has been great. We talked about this in the last episode.
Had a hard
previous
life.
episode. We talked about this in a previous episode. Well, I had a great life.
No, yeah.
There you go. Maybe trying to feel privileged.
Listen, you go ahead, silver spoon, baby.
Go ahead. Speak your truth, baby.
Live your life, sis.
One of my favorite sayings.
It is great.
I just don't look. I understand a child's palate. Okay, I understand the definition of that because children don't usually generally eat. Right, they don't want to. What?
Hold on. I feel like a lot of children are coming up out of that.
Yeah, because Layla is.
Oh my God! I like bravo to her parents, my little sister, and excuse me, and my mom and both my sisters, my mom and her dad, because her palate is wonderful. What's the word I'm trying to? It's amazing, astounding, surprising.
You use all these words.
I'm like surprised.
Astonishing, you said?
Astonishing, yeah, it is, because I'm like, she eats stuff that he would never, ever.
I blame big media.
Yes.
Because the 90s, we didn't care about no. Was health conscious? Was McDonald's serving salads in the 90s?
Okay, all right. I will give you this. When it comes to the multimedia, there was a lot of advertisement for like fast food and eating out and things like that. I give you that. They did not start getting home conscious until the 2000s, mid 2000s, and now.
The Super Size Me documentary is very key in changing fast food from what we know it is, from what it was to what we know it is today.
That's so true.
100%.
It changed the portions, not the prices, because you're still paying an arm and a leg. $13 for a meal at like McDonald's or whatever.
$13? What McDonald's you going to?
Is it more than that?
It's less than that.
Okay, whatever.
What are you talking about?
I'm thinking of like a large. If you get a large meal,
depends on what the meal. Like if you get like a chicken McNugget meal for like a large, that's like $7.50.
No way.
Yeah.
It's
not expensive.
It's expensive.
like certain like now you talk about like Burger King, like the double Whopper is like $9 for a large meal, but that's expected. It's two big. It's two beef patties, real beef
I
patties,
wasn't thinking of
two
that.
horse meats.
Are they really that bad? I haven't had
I
a
love-
Whopper in a
no,
good minute.
no. Whoppers. That's my favorite fast food burger.
Really, a Whopper?
Yes, 100%.
You know what? The taste of the meat, that grilled meat,
They
is amazing.
Burger King has the best burgers, like as far as between McDonald's and Wendy's. I would put them. If I want a burger, it's always Burger King because that's like
you do that.
If it's between those three, it has to be Burger King. They just taste better. And as a kid, I was a McDonald's fan. I didn't even like burgers too much growing up.
I hated McDonald's growing up. I loved Burger King.
I was opposite. I hated Burger King and Wendy's because I'm a person of comfort, a person of going with the status quo, the flow. And Wendy's had square burgers. That was baffling to my brain. I remember when back in like the 2000s they brought Wendy's home, and I said, "What is this?" I was very confused.
Were you confused? Or were you just like upset? Or both?
It was a little bit of both. I was like, I never seen a burger that was
square.
Yeah, it was always been circular. It's circular to fit on the bread, right? It was like edges and anything like that. And I remember at night I didn't really eat.
Are you serious?
I'm serious because I was a child. I was stupid. Like when you tell you a child, I was like it's like 10 or 11. But I mean, still,
I'm still a child.
You know, like, but it was just like I was so baffled.
I didn't really eat a lot of Wendy's growing up. We either had McDonald's or Burger King, or like pizzerias and things like that, like Domino's, whatever. But once I wasn't a really big fan of Wendy's. The few times I did have Wendy's, I didn't like their fries. The fries had no flavor to me at all.
100%. That was one of my big pet peeves because I've always been a fan of potatoes.
Yeah, so, right.
And when you're
and
fries,
it's like so flavorless.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I'm a snob. So anytime I eat a burger, I have to have French fries because I just feel it's like Americana, right? It's like
very Americana.
It's like they go together. You have peanut butter and jelly.
You had jam, and it was raspberry.
I ate it on 3 bites,
and you didn't even notice.
It was good. I don't really care. It's all this peanut butter and something that's good with peanut butter. Should have put Nutella on that joint. I would have ate that.
Well, first off, that's different. Nutella's in a tier all by itself.
What are we talking about? But we're talking about
Wendy's and burgers and fries and how they go together.
Oh yeah, you need to have like fries, and it has to complement the burger. So when I tasted those fries for the first time, that also disappointed me.
Third time?
The first time.
Okay.
That's
not what you said.
Again, y'all know English. If y'all been watching the podcast or listening, English is not my first language. It's gibberish first, then English.
Your brain and your mouth are just like, no!
I just scrapping. It's always a boxing match in my head. But and when I tasted Wendy's fries for the first time, and it tastes like the actual box. It seems like they put the box in the fryer, and they put the box. And then
they just take the whole thing out, put it in the bag.
And that's why when Wendy's got new fries,
I remember that
2008ish.
I think it was before 10.
We were definitely working at McDonald's right during the time.
We were okay.
I believe so, and I was like, "Oh, these are much better." So,
yeah,
sea salt because remember that was a big.
I remember that. Yeah. Everyone was switching over to sea salt. Sea salt was like all the rave. That was like one of the first big nutrition things in my. I'm trying to think. What was it? Yeah, I think sea salt was one of the first big nutrition things that I noticed.
Okay.
That people were like just switching over to. It was sea salt, and then I want to say it was avocados.
Yeah. So avocados. Oh my gosh, Charlotte rage for those.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I thought you was about to say something.
Oh no, I really don't have an opinion on avocados because I'm not like invested. As I am in potatoes, French fries.
You can make avocado fries.
Well.
Is that for me? Is that for me to make them?
Yeah, what is this avocado?
Get on it then.
What do I do with this? Like, do I play ball with it? Like, is it tennis ball?
Avocados are great. I freaking love avocados.
Guacamole?
I know you like guacamole, yeah.
I like guacamole.
I've seen you eat it.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not like I don't ride hard for it.
Oh, excuse me.
Like fries.
But you like it.
It's all right. But again,
if you like something, you like something.
Let me just say it. If it's in a burrito or the bowl, I feel it complements it.
So like it's like tomatoes. You don't eat them by themselves.
First of all, tomatoes don't get eaten at all. Like
you eat tomatoes.
Sometimes. And then look, here's another thing. Because now you get, man, this episode is about food.
I guess.
Okay. Which is funny because I actually we were posted it when we first started doing the podcast, was a little Easter egg. That was one of the topics we discussed. We were going to talk about eventually was food.
Oh,
and it's been a year later. We have not. We barely.
We're here. We made it
in year one. At the end of year one, so we did it. So when it's on a burger,
yeah,
and I don't ask for no tomatoes, I will sometimes suffer through it.
Suffer. You're ridiculous.
And eat the tomato. Like we had Shake Shack at work. They bought a Shake Shack last weekend, and the burger. Well, first of all, Shake Shack burgers are so effing small for such a big price.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Last time I had Shake Shack, I was on Uber, and I just went in there real quick. I'm like burger and fries, and it was so unfulfilling.
It's the size of a microphone. That's how big like the bun is, and then the meat, and then everything else.
It was very unfulfilling. Yeah, I was like, why? I'm drinking so much water, and I'm just like, I'm still hungry.
Yeah, I remember when we went to the first time we went to Shake Shack. Wow, because they built one. Yeah, the Camp Prussia. I had that. We had the Purple Cow.
Yes.
First of all, that thing was busy in there as well because
it was new.
They just first opened it up, and it's KOP. And I guess it's the first time. And when I compare like, we're not talking about like fast food chain burgers. We talk about burgers like like Five Guys. The first time I had Five Guys kind of like blew my mind. And I always try to compare it to them, to the burger from them, and nobody can compete with them. Like for me, it's Five Guys and Burger King are my two. Like if I want a burger, and well, we have a place called Have Burger around here as well. I like them as well. Those are like my three.
Okay, if I want a burger, I like Freddy's.
Oh damn! Sorry, Freddy's.
I really like
my bad, Freddy's. Y'all.
That's fast food. They're not a huge fast food chain like McDonald's and Burger. Obviously,
is it an East Coast thing or is it like are they all over?
I feel like there might be some. They're spotty.
Okay.
And I think that they're spotty all across the nation.
Got you.
Or the 48. The continental U.S.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I put Freddy's over Hamburger because
Freddy's is really good.
And I would say it only for one reason because the pickles. Because they use a cut pickles. Like
it's like a sliced. It's like this, the pickle.
It's the Rock.
No,
holla!
Don't do that.
Is that the Illuminati
Don't
song?
do that. Don't be cussing up in here.
Stay right effing there.
We're on our way. Your FBI agent, your NSA agent is like, go get them, guys.
We finally got them.
But they're pickles. It's like it's what's it called? Ridges, crinkle.
Yes.
It's a crinkled sliced pickle. It's amazing.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. They're fine. Anyways.
Was that a cat?
No, that was a car.
Oh, I thought it was a cat.
It was a car.
That scared me. Okay, good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that was
sure.
That was frightening.
It was a car.
Riches, pickles, deliciousness.
So, yeah, and they're pickled to be like when you put the pickle and the beef together and hit your mouth, that little bit of mustard, not too much, just a little bit. That's what I really like about burgers, and because it was called a steak burger.
Yes.
And they're like flat, so they have to put like 2 on them.
Yeah,
it's so good. And Freddy's, they use really good quality products. It's like they take pride in making their food, unlike a McDonald's or a Burger King. They just throw it together and send it down the line.
McDonald's takes pride in their food, making their food now. This is a shake machine just always broken.
What I mean is the workers.
Okay, gotcha,
because you had the same kind of work. No, actually, you don't have the same kind of work. Oh. What? When you think about the kind of workers who work at McDonald's and Burger King compared to the workers who work at Freddy. You see where I'm going?
I mean, that's you gotta explain to people who've never been to Freddy's.
So if you've never been to Freddy's, to my knowledge, you will not find a Freddy's in the inner city, like a McDonald's or Burger King, where there's a lot of people of color. So there's a lot of wahites. I like saying that. I heard that from Kev on stage. I really like that.
I'm very upset. That was very funny.
Because I feel like when you say wahites, you're not including all white people. You're only including a certain kind of white people.
Oh, so it's like instead of saying,
like when you say Karen, It's not saying you're not saying all white women are
it's still a
Karens.
discriminatory thing to say.
Or am I just adding another category to the
discrimination?
Or am I hold on now, because if you want to talk about discrimination, then why do we have to separate the peoples in the first place? Anyway.
That's the way the world is set.
By who? The white team. That's who. Anyway.
I mean, a little racist.
I'm not racist at all. Racism is a systematic.
Oh no! Here we go. Just like nutrition. It's a circle. Let's talk about your.
Anyway, there are white people who normally work at Freddy's, and there are people of color who work at the. No, I'm not just saying that's at all of them, because the McDonald's that we used to work with, MJ turned that John out. Is nothing but what the white he did. Yes, in the home.
She's still there?
Probably. I don't know. We ain't got to talk about it. But
she might be on her last legs.
It's funny because when we were working for her, she was literally on her last leg. She had surgery and everything. That was bad.
That's like a decade, some change ago.
Over a decade, yeah. Ugh. You okay?
That's weird to me. Time's a crazy thing.
I started working there when I was 16. I started working at
16. Well, no, that explains a lot for you.
What do you mean?
16.
Okay. What's happening?
I just started working since I was almost 19 years old.
Yeah.
Privileged, I guess, right? Jesus Christ. I just didn't have my case today. Anyway, back to burgers.
But yeah, Freddy's is great, and like I said, they take a lot of pride. And I said that only because, there's a stigma out there that Black people are lazy. They don't really care. Right. They do the bare minimum. Yeah. So when I was saying that, comparing their burgers, I'm just like, oh, I'm not helping that case. Yeah. So, but not all Black people are like that. Not all white people are like that. Not all Freddy's and not all inner city fast food chains are like that. Okay.
Cleared it up.
Thank you.
You good now?
But Freddy's is amazing. If you have a Freddy's near you,
try it out.
The closest Freddy's to us is 25 minutes.
It's about that.
It's real close to Delaware County Community College. It's about 35 minutes away. So it's a little closer than the college.
Yeah. But yeah, those
Excuse me. And then the next closest one is in Exton, which is right near my school. So yeah, I need to try I need to try that out. Can I have some money next time I go back out there? I need to try that out.
You bought those 2 water things. You should have used that for Freddy's.
What?
You bought those 2 water things.
So instead of buying water, I should have bought fast food.
You not gonna get a
instead of eating. So I would be eating for one night versus having water for my entire stay on campus.
I mean,
that's what you're saying.
Is Freddy's good?
Freddy's is delicious, but water is necessary for the body.
Sometimes you gotta make the what did Thanos say? What Michael Cera Thanos say? I forgot.
Yeah, what did he say?
I forgot the line.
What did he say? Yeah, go on.
I forgot that.
Because I just want to make sure y'all heard this, right?
Something about sacrifice.
So you want me to sacrifice water, which is a necessity, so that I can have something that I want, which is not necessary, and it just lasts for one night, maybe an hour. Because I'm pretty sure that they put chemicals in fast food.
An hour?
Hold on, I'm pretty sure they put chemicals in fast food, especially processed foods, where it just makes you hungry again. The hormone what's it called? Satiety? Anyway, the hormone that makes you feel full or that makes you feel hungry is activated again with fast food. Like you're hungry again soon after. So
Five Guys, Burger King, Freddy's, Hamburger,
answer my question.
Miller's Ale House.
Yo.
Those are like that's my 2021 addiction. Is
Miller's Ale.
Shout out to Dyrell because he brought us food when he was down here last time.
He did, and
he bought a burger and had a bite, and that changed my whole life.
It was really good.
I think delicious is what I would like to say. I think I was actually the last time I worked morning before then, so I apologize. It was the day after that.
What?
The day after.
Oh, when we ordered the last time we ordered.
When he ordered that Sunday, I was off that Monday for the homegoing,
right? And
then Tuesday I worked that morning. That was the last time I worked morning. By the way. That's a callback.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of May.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, It was May. For me, it feels that decade ago. But yeah, so those are my places I like to go for burgers. Now I will say one thing. Well, one not bad thing about Freddy's, but one thing I'm like, is their fries because they have like shoestring fries.
Yeah,
They're
really
okay
good.
sometimes. Like sometimes I don't know. And you need the fry sauce to.
No, have you tried the fry seasoning or the?
That's what I was saying.
No,
The
you
fry
said sauce.
sauce, season, both. If again, it's like
Hold on, because they
you
do.
need to watch the. You need to read the comic. That's how I feel about that. It should be standalone as is.
They do season their fries, and I think that their fries are really good. Because I remember I had their fries and I forgot to use the fry seasoning, and I was mad. But the fries were good because now I just got this fry seasoning here, and just
Well,
it's a little packet.
When I compare again the burgers and the fry, okay.
Okay, because
Here we go.
So I'm sorry. Is your list? I'm sorry. Hold on. Is your list going to be burger fry combo best to worst?
It's yeah.
Okay.
So Five Guys is 100%
Okay.
number one.
Okay.
You not beating that combo. Especially, I'm never gonna forget that first time I went in there. We ordered. It was it me, Dad, Bubby, were there? Something like that. We went to the one that was on Bomber Pike. It's no longer there. Rest in peace.
They dumb.
So when we got the food to go, and they just we had 3 large fries, and they said, "Okay, scoop this." I was just like,
"Scoop, there it is."
I was just like, "Oh my god, all those fries! I love potatoes." And Dad always gave me his, so I had
always.
It's a triple. It's a triple fries. The combination of the great burger, great French fries. Now I don't know if they have milkshakes. Five Guys have milkshakes. I think they do. They're real milkshakes, not artificial like Checkers, which we haven't even talked about Checkers yet.
We don't have to.
I think
I am not impressed by Checkers.
You know, like their French fries.
That's the only thing that's impressive about Checkers.
That's again, there's some. it's a sticking point. Like every restaurant has a sticking point. Okay. For me, McDonald's sticking point is their French fries. Like the quarter pounders are good. When we started working at McDonald's,
bro. That was the best time to work at McDonald's. I'm sorry. I know they got a lot of stuff now,
it's too much now. I would hate working there because again, it's breakfast all day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
That it's like.
And it's not even a good breakfast. Where the steak sandwiches?
Yeah, it's like McGriddles and like it's just basic stuff.
McGriddles are great by themselves. I used to eat the McGriddles.
McGriddles are great. That's the only thing I hate about not working.
The McGriddle. Morning. No constant.
No McGriddle. Right, delicious. So McDonald's, the second point is their fries and obviously their nuggets, which I remember when they transitioned from dark meat to white meat in the early 2000s.
It was about that. It was probably like early mid 2000s.
And it was like white meat, and I was growing up always eating these nuggets, and I said, wait a second, it was not white meat. I was so confused.
So I didn't look at it as white meat versus dark meat. I looked at it as, well, what was it before?
That's what I was always saying. So I was like, what was I eating?
It didn't. I honestly don't think it was like, oh, it was white meat and dark meat, because the white meat is the breast. Excuse me. And I believe it's the wings. Don't quote me on that. But the dark meat is the thigh and the legs. So if you're getting over on selling dark meat, that means you can put whatever you want in there. So like the gizzards and are the gizzards? But just like all parts of the chicken that you don't like, so that you won't have so much waste. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Like with sausage, you can put any and everything in sausage and just grill it up and it tastes good, but it's like the intestines and it's the heart and the organs and all the other stuff that you're not expecting to be eating. But yeah.
But yeah, that's the second point. But I was back to I'm going all in a circle.
Yeah, we're like really.
But it's just a food episode. I'm just gonna put the episode title is just gonna be food.
Food.
That's yes with all caps exclamation mark.
Put a couple of them.
All right, cool. So when I started working at McDonald's in 2009, you were already there for like a year.
Yeah.
So when I first started, they just had introduced the Angus burgers, which are, and I hate when restaurants do that. For me, it's really sucks when you release a burger that I really get attached to and you take that damn thing away. McDonald's did it with the Angus. Burger King did it with the steakhouse burger.
Oh.
With the tanglers, bro. Stop.
Because we were probably the only ones ordering it and eating it.
Burger King, Wendy's has one now. The bourbon barbecue bacon sandwich. They have tanglers on it,
Okay.
or it's either the bourbon or the other one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all see the commercials. Fantastic.
I don't watch commercials.
Whenever the last time we had food, we watched Love and Monsters. That was in April.
Okay.
Um, yeah, in April. That's when I had that burger, and it was very, very tasty. Very tasty sandwich.
Okay.
Sticking points. Burger King sticking points is obviously their burgers. It's in the dang name.
Yeah.
I mean, for some people,
even though they just entered the chicken sandwich war.
Oh, that's a whole nother topic for no other day. First of all, they're not going to be Popeyes, and I really don't want to. Just real quick, it's great, and I don't, it's not worth the hype that like the killing people and then we just had chicken sandwiches for a while, but that sandwich is fantastic.
Popeyes,
yeah, hands down.
Okay.
The McDonald's one they just came up with.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I just had it a few weeks ago, and it was fresh. So
did you enjoy
it was. I did enjoy it more.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Chris. I was with Chris and Layla, and we just came back from a hike, and we went straight to McDonald's. But their spicy sauce and then the pickles. It was really, really good, and it was fresh. So
I missed the southern style chicken sandwich though.
That was the steam bun. I love the steam bun.
It was the butter for me and the pickles.
I hated that butter.
Really?
It wasn't even like butter.
It wasn't, but it was delicious.
It was butter flavored oil. It was.
Great. I loved it. There was the one time I had that and McRib together on the same bun. This judgment in your face. So good. I'm glad I don't want McDonald's anymore. But the funny thing
I'm glad too.
But the funny thing is about McDonald's, I was losing weight, so
freaking nature.
No, because again,
and I'm the one who found it.
We already discussed why, because I was malnourished.
Yes.
Yes. That's how I was on the first episode of the podcast.
Was that the first episode?
We talked about that.
When I came to the realization that you were malnourished, you're probably still malnourished.
It's really not funny in terms of like life,
but
looking back on it, it's pretty funny.
You're like, yeah, I just lost a bunch of weight,
like
over 100 pounds in one summer.
One sticking point is you could pick. I'm a frosty type. I like ice cream and like milkshakes, so the frosty is especially when they introduced the vanilla frosty because I'm more.
What's the difference?
Vanilla versus chocolate. The chocolate.
No, was it always chocolate?
Yeah.
Seriously?
For the longest time, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really? Oh.
No, I always thought it was vanilla, and I was surprised that they had the chocolate, and then they did some kind of Oreo thing.
Yeah, right.
For a while.
It was always chocolate at first, and I'm not really the biggest fan of like, but chocolate ice cream and me.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss.
I feel like chocolate ice cream and chocolate cake are the same. It's no thank you unless it's like, oh, it's the fudgy, super chocolatey, that kind of thing. I like my chocolate tea. Not Hershey chocolate syrup. That's awful. I cannot stand the taste of that. Okay. So but hot fudge.
So like that and milk. You ever do? Well, I used to even now I still do it. When I get milk, I put the child's palate. I hear it now. I get my milk and I put the chocolate syrup. I don't even want to tell the story.
So for real, I have not had that combination in a very long time, so I don't remember what it tastes like. Okay, but the chocolate, I love chocolate milk. Okay. So at McDonald's, I love the chocolate milk.
That was really good, but that was like healthy, like not healthy, but like that was because that was marketed for the kids. Low fat.
Yeah, that's all. It's healthy. Low fat.
It still came from the cows, right? So it was still bad.
Yes, milk is bad.
See, I listen sometimes. So the milk, no, not never mind. Forget it. I forgot what I was talking about. Where I was going.
Chocolate milk.
It was something else before that.
Chocolate.
Is Nesquik milk? Is that milk as well, or is it like what is it?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What else would it be?
I don't know. Is it
an
alternative or something like that?
No, not Nesquik.
Nesquik is delicious, by the way.
Nesquik is delicious.
A damn rabbit. You know what he's doing.
So if there's anything with a rabbit on it, it's gonna be good. Tricks, Nesquik, Blue Bunny ice cream. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be delicious. Oh crap! What were we saying? Okay, so to my knowledge, I haven't had Nesquik in a very long time either. But to my knowledge, yeah, it's all milk.
So good.
Even the powder stuff.
Yeah.
Ovaltine, Nesquik. all that kind of stuff. A lot of that has a non-fat milk, it was a non-fat dairy or non-fat milk in it, and that's the stuff that they use to make white chocolate, because white chocolate is not chocolate. And if you smell it, it smells just like what it smells great.
You told me that as well.
Yeah, and when you add it to baked goods, it tastes amazing. So I think that's why a lot of those things taste really good. Non-fat milk powder, whatever it's called, it's so good. What did I made something with it in one of my mini culinary classes, and I can't remember. I think it was maybe my elementary baking class, maybe the muffin, not the muffin, maybe the muffin. No, it was definitely a breakfasty baked good we were making, and it was really good.
So okay, we'll get.
But I'm sorry, just to touch on the chocolate milk. So the chocolate milk that you're talking about with the Hershey's and the milk, it's just too artificial for me. And which is weird because a lot of the chocolate that like milk chocolate and stuff that we like is very artificial, but just that it's something, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That's what it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I have so many questions. Not like negative. Like you're giving me questions to ask.
Okay.
But we don't have to. I don't want to have this episode go too long.
Well, we can break it up.
If you had to pick one candy bar to eat right now, chocolate candy bar.
Carmelo's.
Okay.
That like right now, whenever I'm in the store and I see it, I'm like, I want that. Because
when we talk about chocolate, I have to have, when you say you get it to be really chocolatey,
yeah.
For me, it has to be mixed with something for me to like it. Like
really,
I don't, because it's not like.
So you wouldn't eat just a regular Hershey bar?
Like that's I was really about to say that. It's like, oh, do you want this Hershey bar? Like I'll eat it because it's candy. Because I'm a child's palate. Again, I'm keep hearing it, y'all. I keep hearing it, but it's not like. But it's not like if I had to pick between a Hershey's or a Milky Way.
You have the Milky Way.
Like why do I want to eat regular chocolate? And that was so I worked with this girl. Her name was Susan, and we worked at Sonesta right before the. Susan. Guess her face. Anyway, so one day I was baffled. I was so baffled. And we were talking about candy. She said, "Oh, I don't like Hershey's chocolate." And I said, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" I said, "You don't like Twix? You don't like?" I think I ran a list. I ran a gamut. I was going down all the lists of chocolates, and I said, "Oh no." So I don't know if I've ever told you this story. So,
you might have.
So I ordered candy bars from effing GoPuff, and like it was. First of all, GoPuff is effing cheap as anything. So it was like $1 per candy bar. So I bought like 12 different candy bars. I bought a Twix, a Milky Way. Three Musketeers,
baby,
Hershey's Cookies and Cream, and for the whole shift, because this is when COVID just started coming out or just started hitting the U.S.
When COVID first
released.
Because China got that early release, we got that late release when it first dropped.
China always gets everything first, like Shang Chi coming out first, and Fast 9, because John Cena called Taiwan a country. China got mad. Do you hear about that?
No, but was Taiwan? Were they like excited?
I don't know. Somebody was pissed. China was mad, and he was. And
it's like a conflict. Yeah.
And, so John Cena apologized. I don't know if you even know this, but of course you wouldn't know because John Cena. John Cena.
I try not to.
John Cena speaks fluent Mandarin, like fluent Mandarin.
Did he wrestle over there or something?
No, he just picked it up because that's the John Cena way. Because he's a once of a lifetime personality. That's what they do. They just Hogan, Rock, Cena.
So anyway,
so he speaks fluent Mandarin. So he apologized to China in Mandarin.
Okay,
and it hurt Fast 9 sales in China.
Really?
Yes. Still,
China.
It's still the whole spot.
It's not democratic. They be controlling stuff.
Exactly. That's why when it released the Black Panther poster in China, it was him in a mask and not him open.
Because they don't like the blacks.
Exactly. And they go to the imperial dollar. The Disney has always done that. Why they always get everything first? They go to them. Shang Chi will be $1 billion movie.
Oh.
If it's not $1 billion movie, I will end this podcast. I just and it's just because I feel because
no worries then.
No worries. We'll keep.
Let me ask.
We're gonna say go on.
So what do you mean by the imperial dollar?
Because they're imperialistic. Chinese money. That's what they want. That's what they want.
So, do you think that it'll reach $1 billion before it even?
The movie. Now, hold on. if Shang-Chi it came out in the Lunar New Year, whenever all the movies are dropping in China, it would have made $1 billion alone because the one movie in China made $868 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It broke Endgame's records like for a
Mm-hmm.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, 100%. I think a good portion of it obviously will come from China, but the way the box office is already started, like movies
Don't
like
breathe through your mouth.
Godzilla vs King Kong. So movies like Godzilla vs King Kong, The Conjuring Part 3, Spiral. A lot of movies that have come out have done pretty well for themselves, even being like cross releases. So Shang-Chi is not going to be released on Disney Plus.
Nah, they're not doing that.
They're only doing it with Black Widow because it's like it's the midpoint, right? It's like,
and because she's a woman. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
If it was Black Tarantula,
that's actually a sad point because most of the
that's what I said before. I wanted them to release it on Disney Plus because I wanted to see it. But I was like, no, don't do that because she's like the first solo one. No, she's not the first. But still, like she's a woman.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was saying that most of the female-led movies most of the movies that came on Disney Plus are female-led. Mulan, Raylan the Last Dragon, Cruella, and now Black Widow. I just put that realization
and
in my
she's
head.
Not getting her own like. So because I wanted to see it. I don't, you know what I mean? I want to see it now, but I didn't want them to release it on Disney Plus because she deserves all her coin. Because she's been working, she's been putting in that work.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. Why all of them? I mean, Soul was released on Christmas Day for free.
He's Black. What else she got? Sorry.
What else you got?
No, but she's like out of all the other women in the MCU, she's made the most money. It's true, but that she might be the highest paid actress out of all the other women in MCU.
She should. She's the longest tenured.
Okay, but she's still making significantly less than like RDJ. And I understand RDJ's been there since the beginning, but dude, RDJ hasn't been working as hard as what's her name? Scarlett Johansson.
She's been in a lot of crossover movies as well.
Yes.
I mean, one of the reasons that Captain America 2 was so fantastic was she was in it. She's a key character.
And the thing is, when she steps on the scene, like, bro, because she doesn't have any super strength, any powers, anything like that. She doesn't have the metal suit. She is a human, and she's a superhuman without the help. You know what I mean? Without like the super serum or whatever it is. So she's a regular person who's just absolutely amazing. And whenever she has her scenes and she's fighting, those scenes are amazing. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, a person can do that. And that's why it's like when you think about government agencies and secret agencies and things like that, that's what you think about. Yeah, even though it's not like that. If you're in a governmental agency, you're probably doing a lot of paperwork. You're probably just a glorified accountant for real. But anyway,
we know there's actually
stay right effing there.
We know there's real government agents out there fighting aliens.
There are,
and like they're doing everything they're doing in the movies.
But when you see a movie about like government agencies and they're like, oh, fighting and killing but no, this is when they're not like that. And anyway, it's a lot of paperwork. You're in the office, probably a cubicle for a long time, and people don't know what you really do, but it's like you're not like a spy.
A spy. You're not James Bond.
James Bond is not a spy. James Bond was a pawn for the real spies.
Here you go.
I'm just saying.
Don't let Reddit get you. Don't let Reddit get you beat up.
First off, but when we were watching movies, well, didn't I say he's a horrible spy?
But he's the best that ever did it.
Whatever.
He got 25, maybe 25 movies. If No Time to Die ever comes out.
Okay.
If the UK ever recovers.
Okay.
So UK still died? Like, are y'all alive? Like, it's scary to me. Like, I want to see this movie.
25 movies.
On Amazon.
25 missions, whereas the real spies probably have hundreds. So,
well, sorry that COVID ruined the 26 one. I still feel bad for my man, next person playing James Bond. You can't say nothing. You swore to secrecy, or that's still career.
It's okay, Sam. You got one more season of Outlander.
There you go.
I hope. It's probably not going to be
at this point. Just give me. I just want to reveal who it is. Like I'm just at that point where I don't care. Amazon, just spill the beans. Like
Sam Heughan. That's his name, Heughan.
Yeah, that's your boy.
That's my boy.
I'm partial to Tom Hardy. He can do it.
No, Tom Hardy's too famous.
He's too famous.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's enough for now. I think we've reached the time limit.
We didn't even finish talking about our food. I didn't tell you my best burgers.
I forgot.
But hold on, back to the chocolate milk thing. I was trying to say it, but you cut me off.
Sorry.
So when I drink chocolate milk, I like to think of it as drinking cold hot chocolate. What is so funny? Listen, because
that's like you're making iced hot chocolate at McDonald's. It doesn't make sense to me.
No, the hot chocolate at McDonald's was trash because the syrup was the same syrup as like Hershey syrup. It was awful.
I remember I made a really good hot chocolate with different syrup.
Would you add like the caramel syrup and all that stuff?
No, like what's the? Don't we have like 2 different chocolates?
We have the fudge from the hot fudge.
No, I feel like I made a good because we used to make up stuff all the time.
Yeah, you used to make a lot of stuff.
You had to because you're going to be eating the same food every 5 days.
Danny used to make these like ranch like burrito enchilada. I don't know what it was. It was delicious though. She been working there for a long time. She probably still working.
Burgers list.
But anyway, sorry, but no, hold on to my chocolate stuff because I was saying chocolate milk and chocolate cake kind of remind me of the same thing because I don't like just a regular box chocolate cake. I like a super dense chocolatey fudgy chocolate cake, and that's how I like my chocolate. That's how I like my chocolate milks. I like them a little on the thick side and. I do. I like.
Sorry, thick.
Okay. I like them on the thick side, and sorry, and I like them. And I like a good quality chocolate. I guess that's the baker in me. When we're in the bakeries, you don't just use like Hershey's chocolate, or you use like Godiva or just a really fancy chocolate. Right. So I like to taste chocolate, not that nasty aftertaste that's just pumped full of sugar.
Okay, burgers.
On to my burgers. Okay, so I'm just doing burgers. I'm not doing fries because, I'm not gonna correlate the two. I don't need them both to be awesome.
I'm not saying they both have to be awesome.
Just a combination. When you're looking for a good combination, that's where you go. Okay, so Freddy's is probably number one.
Okay.
And I say probably, but yeah, Freddy's is definitely. When talking about chains, even though it's not a huge chain at McDonald's in them, Freddy's is great. If you guys have a Freddy's near you, check it out. You will not be disappointed.
Agreed.
So Freddy's is number one. I do like their fries. And then probably have a burger. For real. Well, we're talking chains or just burgers?
Burgers.
Are you just trying to end this? Are you trying to rush me to end this?
No, it's burgers.
Okay. Have a burger. Freddy's, have a burger, and then probably Burger King. Burger King was my number one for a very long time until I had Freddy's and have a burger. But when it comes to Five Guys, I haven't had Five Guys that much. You know what? I started eating a lot more fast food since we started dating and got married. And there's a lot of things I didn't even know about the fast food world until I married you.
Like what?
And started working at McDonald's. So first off, I didn't even know, like not just you, but working at McDonald's and being in the fast food industry, I didn't know that there were sauces.
What do you mean?
I didn't know that there were
like for nuggets.
Yeah, all those sauces. I didn't know there were sauces.
I knew there was like. That's actually a good point.
I didn't know. I might have known about the barbecue, but to me it was always ketchup. They always threw ketchup packets in the bag.
I knew like barbecue, but like. That's a good point because like barbecue sweet and sour, but like when we were working there, they had like the Chipotle barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember the Selects just came out.
Right.
When I first started Chicken Selects, and they had the 3 regular sauces, which was barbecue, spicy mustard, and sweet and sour, and they had the 3 special ones, which was Chipotle barbecue, ranch, and buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Because they were like bigger packets. They were meant for the Selects only.
They were okay. You're right. You're absolutely right. I remember that.
And Buffalo and Ranch were. I hate that. I noticed I have this useless knowledge in my head that no one will ever need in life.
Well, you never know. This may help somebody. Maybe there's somebody out there right now who didn't know they had sauces. Like
but I'm talking about like for me, like there was no time in history they were like, hey Marcus, do you remember the sauces they had at McDonald's in 2009? Like nobody would ever ask me that in life.
That's specific.
But like exactly.
Chipotle barbecue was delicious. Chipotle barbecue's gone,
but
it was delicious.
The Buffalo Ranch have since been in the little packs.
Yeah.
So
yeah. but I didn't know that they had all those sauces at all.
That's a good point.
When it came to like all the different menu items, because just like you, when I pull up to the drive-through, everyone's like, "Okay, quick, 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 we have to do quick," and I'm like, I can't read the options. So knowing all the different options, and when you're working there and you find that people have been eating that food for years,
Yeah.
and they kind of make it their own, and they just know the menu. And I think I might have mentioned this on a podcast before, but I know I told you, I didn't know you can request things to not be on your food. So my first shift, like my first order, probably maybe my first three orders that I'm hearing, somebody's like, I want a double cheeseburger with only with what was it? With no onion and no pickle. And I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know where you think you are. You can't do that here. And Selena, she was in the back with me. She was like, okay. And I'm just like, what are you doing? You can't do that. Do you guys know where you are? They don't do that here. Nobody does that. My whole foundation was shook. It was shooken.
That's
So
very funny.
I was like, and I was quiet though. And I'm just looking like, well, she put it in. What are the cooks going to do? And then the cooks did it. And I was like, when the manager hears about this, oh my God, you guys are going to be in so much trouble. Yeah. No, that's what and it just kept going. Everyone, I only want ketchup and cheese on my double cheeseburger. Just like, what is happening? People are picky, but I didn't know that was like a thing.
A thing that people do.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I didn't know you were allowed to do that. To have it your way, yeah. Even though Burger King, they say that. I didn't know what that meant. So, and I like all the stuff that comes on those kinds of burgers. So,
same here.
I never wanted anything off. Like, yeah, the onions, the pickles, it makes the burger.
Yeah.
So,
even though I hate on tomatoes, I never go to a burger like no tomatoes. Like, just give me it all. I'll take it off myself.
Same.
I'll waste it. That's hard.
When I was younger, I hated tomatoes, especially fresh tomatoes. But I have an adult palate now.
We're gonna close this episode out.
Wait a minute, let me finish. I would do the same thing. I would I didn't take it off. I would just eat it. And then when I remember for a long time I didn't have Taco Bell, and I had Taco Bell again, probably in like middle school. And I was like, oh, the way that they do their tomatoes is so cute. They're so like square. Nice, yeah, they were like perfect squares. And then I ate it and I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then I, slowly but surely, now I like tomatoes. Okay, go ahead, baby.
Ending this podcast, the last thing I want to say is this. That as much as I like burgers, it still does not compare to my favorite fast food item of all time, which is the beefy crunch burrito from Taco Bell. It is the best item that I've ever tasted in any fast food place.
Okay.
The fact that I can eat... This is a funny story. So I think in 1 week...
Oh my God.
In a combination of like me going there, us going to drive. So I think somebody drove me home one time, and we went to Taco Bell drive-through after work. Mm-hmm. In 1 week, I may have eaten between 15 to 20 of them.
In like a 7-day period or a 5-day period?
7-day period. It was probably like maybe like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
25.
15, between 15 and 20.
Oh, sorry, 15 to 20.
Taco Bell's fault because it was $1.
Yes, Taco Bell. It's your fault that we don't have self-control.
Effing delicious.
We should sue.
Bring back 2011. Because that's when it was. Because you want to talk about a callback? Because when I had my first taste of the beefy crunch burrito was the night I asked you to come to Taco Bell with me. So maybe I didn't want to have as many if you were there.
How many did you have that night?
4. Because I had extra money aside for you.
I did not know this, Marcus.
Okay. Things happen for a reason, right? It was part of the timeline.
Make your requests known. Isn't that Bible? Don't it say that Bible?
That was 2011.
I hear that crap. Make your requests known. If you want me to go there with you, and you're going to pay.
I didn't know that. I just thought that was a gentleman thing to do. If I invite somebody out,
and I don't just expect people to pay for me.
I know that now. I just thought that was.
And I didn't have no money.
That's how I was raised up.
And I wanted to go because I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time. At that point, man.
That was my first date.
That would have been our first date.
My first date ever.
Really?
In January 2011. And I was 20 years old. How about it? I had to wait till September 2021. 2011. I say we. That's a few months ago. Anyway, we're closing out.
Was it the same year?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was still in school.
I was
I was still in school.
I was January 2011 last
Okay.
year. Because it was a snowstorm. I got the burritos. I ate them at Taco Bell because I got off an hour early. I ate them at Taco Bell. I walked to the 115 stop. I went home and I watched House of Anubis. Never forget that night. Anyway, we're closing out this episode. Thank you for listening to the Fatman and Robyn podcast this week. We're on all podcast channels. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Pandora, Amazon Audible, Overcast. I say that?
I don't know.
Where everybody can get podcasts. Or also on YouTube. Hey, if you're watching the video on YouTube, you can like.
Did you put up the?
You're
so white. You're so white, Marcus. Put it over here. Here you go. Wait, can you see it?
We're on YouTube.
I bet now you can see
Fatman and Robyn. Robyn spelled with a Y because
I'm fancy.
So again, don't forget while this episode's come out on Wednesday. Next episode will be on the Sunday, Father's Day.
Yes.
And then the next week after that, the 30th, end of this month will be our retrospective episode for all 50 plus episodes of the Fatman and Robyn podcast that we have done.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I'm Marcus.
I drew you in.
That's called entrapment.
No, it's not entrapment at all. It's called a setup, not entrapment. I'm Robyn.
Is it any different?
Entrapment is with like law enforcement.
Bye. We'll see you next time. This is another conversation for another day. I'm gonna talk about no law enforcement on here.
Bye.
Bye.